And we got about another minute and I'll wait. But I just want to make sure that we can use this information later. So you see yourself, Isaac, or yeah. Mr. Smith's plural. Do you guys see yourself in the pictures?
What?
Can you see yourself in the picture? Probably not. I'd have to zoom in real far to see you there, but I'm sure you're there.
I see me there. Eli's behind me.
I think I saw Eli. I've been just kind of scrolling through, like, it's hard to see everybody's little faces.
Me and Jackson are in the far back.
No.
In, like, the middle.
Oh, there's you. That's not Isaac. That's not Eli. That's you.
Yeah, that's me. Leo's got a hat in my way.
Ah. Cool,
Eli's
cool.
off back.
Okay, friends, we're going to go ahead and record, and we're going to just start now talking about dual credit stuff for next year. It's just kind of setting the groundwork. There'll be more information at the beginning of the school year, but I just kind of want to let everybody know up front, and we're going to record this and provide it for anybody who signs up for dual credit next year. And it's really just so that there's more clarity on a few different things. Within our school, we offer basically 3 different types of dual credit classes. And the most popular is the ones that are our courses, where our teachers. Oh, hi, Sophia. How are you, kiddo? We're just started. And we label all of our courses with a 4 in front of the name. So when you see progress reports, if it has a 4, that's our teacher. So Mr. Easterday would have a 4 hyphen dual credit biology, and then it usually says the course name for the university. Those ones are the most close fit for most kids because it's our teachers with our grading process. You don't have to request an additional transcript from the college or university to get it to show up on your high school transcript because it's all through our systems. And that's easiest for us also because we can see the whole class list and make sure that it's submitted to get paid for. You can also take IDLA courses. When you register for those, you're going to want to meet with your mentor, and they're going to be putting you in what we call a bucket class that'll have a little 1 in front of it. It'll say DC, IDLA, meet with Janice, and you can see Janice is here. That's just to make sure that we have all the paperwork completed. You'll have to register with the university as well. You'll have to register with IDLA as well. Your mentor can help with the IDLA piece. We don't have anything to do with registering you at the university. Just so you know that IDLA teachers are the teachers there, so they're not as available as our teachers, and they have traditional grading, so A's through F's. IDLA will provide the transcript to us, so you don't have to do anything extra. But you're responsible to update you'll get a Schoology class that'll have 4 topics in, or probably have 8 topics in it, because it's a dual credit thing. And you're the one that has to give screenshots of your grades at certain points during the year for that class. Is that kind of all clear? These are the things that people get confused on.
Yeah, just a quick update, like if the student has taken an IDLA course, and if I sign my mentees up for the IDLA course, I get every 2 weeks, I get a progress report from IDLA, from the IDLA course teacher. So then I get into Schoology and add the grades there so that it helps your progress.
Yeah, they just probably need to verify.
Yeah.
And then, Scott, do they have to do the participation form every year, or if we have it once, it's good?
No, have to do it every year, but that's part of the beginning of the year registration stuff that every kid does when they update their personal information. So you don't have to worry about that one.
Okay.
The most distant from our control are the early college classes. So if you decide you want to take a class specifically from, say, ISU, then we have really no options there. You just need to let your mentor know that you're taking that class. And they register you in what's called early college dual credit, and it says meet with Janice in Power School. It's their teachers, traditional grading. We can't get any information from them. They don't talk to us. Parents can't talk to the universities or colleges. and the student's responsible to get us a transcript and update their topics in Schoology. Now, this provides lots of options, but it is the least likely to go smoothly. We want to make sure that you can do it because we have kids that have all sorts of interests and we don't want to have to stop anybody. We do provide opportunities for any kid, right, and remove the barriers. But if there's going to be a problem, it's going to be this class. It's not going to get submitted properly in advanced opportunities to get paid for. All of those things are going to happen. I mean, we're working on systems to make it better and better, but we don't get notified. If the student doesn't talk to us, we don't know. If they don't talk to their mentor, they don't know that they're in the class. It probably isn't going to get transcribted. It's probably not going to be in PowerSchool. It's probably not going to count as part of your percentages. You won't get funding off of it. You know, your learning budget funds won't work. So it all falls on the kid's responsibility to make sure and communicate. Now, all of these are eligible for advanced opportunity, but there's levels of us being able to help. The ones that are our classes, we can just pull up a class list and make sure that every kid that's in that class in our school is submitted for advanced opportunities. But if you change something, like you drop that course and Janice has already turned in your advanced opportunities, it's your responsibility to cancel it and make sure somebody knows and make sure it's not showing up in your progress report. So basically you're responsible to make sure your classes have been submitted to us and to verify that it's been submitted to advanced opportunities. And there'll be more. We'll send out a video at the beginning of the year so you can log into your own advanced opportunities portal to see how much money you have left. And you will be able to see what's been submitted and approved. And you can even submit your own courses if you'd like. It's a little bit of a challenge and we can help you with it, but just know that it's just kind of a best thing you can do is communicate, over ask questions. Next year, a lot of this information will show up on progress reports. So if we've submitted, it will be a little bubble on the bottom of the progress report that says that we submitted it into advanced opportunities as well. And you'll be able to access that also if you get into PowerSchool. But if you make any changes after you set up your schedule the first little bit, say you look into a class, you start it and you realize it's no good, like you're not going to get it done or whatever, you have got to let everybody know. It's not enough just to tell your mentor. You have to let your mentor know. You have to let the university know. You have to let your teachers know. You have to tell the school. I mean, it's so because there's so much tied up in it and so many processes, it is impossible for us to know what you've done if you're not super communicative. Next year, we will have a form that every kid can add. You know, they're going to submit to us and the mentor could help if they need to, if there's an add or a drop to any of these courses. It's just, there's so many places it could get lost. So we just want to make sure you all understand all of that. Do you guys have any questions on like the different types or where you can take courses from? So basically, to let you know, the advanced opportunities, which is the state's way of paying for your dual credit classes, will pay for a course at any college or university in the state of Idaho. And they will even do it through BYUI or NNU in Boise, Nampa area. So there are some schools and some courses that they won't pay for in those religious schools, but just know that you can usually get dual credits in multiple places. And yeah. The next thing go ahead.
If you fail a class, your fees will be frozen until you retake that exact same class and pass it, and then they will unfreeze your funds.
Right. So the hard part here is if you take a course, say you take Carrie's dual credit 101 writing and rhetoric, and you fail it, and that's the only dual credit class you were taking, and the next year you actually wanted to retake it, but you also want to take the 102 at the same time, you actually have to pay for the whole semester yourself. So not only are you frozen from the one course, you don't get access to dual credit advanced opportunities unless you pay for an entire semester yourself. So it could limit you to just retaking that one class rather than the two classes, is what I would say. We do help. In some cases, we will let you use your student learning funds to pay for that course should you fail it. There's also kind of a limit where you get to a certain level of courses and they require you to have some sort of advising from the college or university. so that they know you're not just taking underwater basket weaving and upside down sports and all those courses and not actually on track to get anything out of it, like a degree. So there's that piece as well. Yeah, Sophia.
So would you say number 4 would be like the safest option because like it's your grading, so there's not really a way to fail it unless you just don't do the class?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Or don't get done in time, because we're mastery based. Our teachers now. I will say that there's some courses, and some of the universities require our teachers to follow exactly the same as they would in a regular course. So you're going to get a letter grade at the university. You're going to get our mastery grade in the school. But the 4 classes that our teachers are grading, that's the easiest. You have the least amount to do there. Not to pretend that you don't have a lot to do, because you do have to follow the course and you do have to communicate with everybody if you make changes or if you're falling behind, those kinds of things. And it's easiest to get a hold of our teachers, right? All these other people work other jobs at the same time. So they're a lot harder to get a hold of. But we do support you. So like, if you took a course that we don't know much about, your mentor still may be able to help you. But we can't talk to the university. They just thumb their noses at us if we try and get a hold of them. It's actually really difficult for us they'll send you a bill if it's not been submitted correctly, and it doesn't say any information about which course it is. And most of the universities won't even talk to us about what you didn't tell us. The other thing is on the other types, the 3 and the 2, those courses you have to, actually the 2 mostly, you'll have to provide the university, the term, the teacher's name, and the course exact name to us so we can submit it. Without that information, we don't have any way to get it paid for. So that's kind of an ongoing thing, because sometimes they don't assign you the teacher till it's after started. And so that's another place that things get lost. The next thing I just wanted to show you is that what we offer within our school is enough, get you almost all you need for an associate's degree in the core courses. So at the university, you have your degree focus courses, and then they have what they call general education courses, kind of like we do. You'll have some English, you'll have some math, you'll have some social studies, you'll have some science, but they have different categories is what they call them. But we basically, in our school, if you go to our website and click on courses, we offer just a ton of dual credit courses. And our biggest ones right now that for next year, I think we actually offer one other one in dual credit English, don't we? We have dual credit writing and rhetoric, the 2 versions of it, literature and ideas. Oh, and it's the speech one. So we offer dual credit speech as well. All of 101, almost every degree needs. Speech, every degree needs. In college. We offer a ton of dual credit math classes, and depending on your pathway, those are all available. In fact, there's one, if you decide to get this, I can't remember what they call it, but these 2 classes, dual credit college algebra and trigonometry, they're also put together to create a course called Math 147, which counts in certain fields. Then we have stats and calculus as well. We have a lot of dual credit science already. So we have the biology courses. Most degrees require that. Dr. Easterday is going to be offering a new dual credit biology for 201 for kiddos who are headed into the medical and science field. So it's much more specialized. It's a higher level. Would you say it's after 101, Troy, or is it before, in place of 101?
It's in place of 101, but it's at a much higher level. It's actually split into a 201 and a 202.
Okay.
So
are we going to offer the 202?
I need to talk to CSI. I'm sure they'll let me. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then so we have some stuff on health occupations and medical terminology as well. The social studies we offer, like our government, macroeconomics, and then U.S. history. Those are all available. Next year, Dr. Easterday is also offering a credit with Wellness 102, which meets another one of your general requirements for college. And then the speech one we talked about previously. We don't offer any of these other courses or elective stuff there, but those are the ones you end up taking. You could take if you wanted to do them as a 2 or in the IDLA courses. And so what you can do is just look up IDLA course catalog in Google, and you can hit the course schedule. And so when you're in here, you can come over to the right and hit that you are interested in college level courses. And so many of these courses are available as well, but you can get computer science, some of this 101 course as well, fundamentals. A lot of the same things are offered through here, but there's a lifetime fitness, and they get a little bit more broad. You can do sociology, Spanish. There's the history ones we already offer. Credit. This is web development, career and life planning. That would also count. Your college and career readiness course with us if you're in our alternate or at-risk programs. Environmental science. So they've got a whole bunch of additional options in IDLA. And we really don't hold anybody back from trying something at a university either. But just know that there's so many options that there's just a lot of communication. So if I were to pick choices, most kids can get what they need from our teachers. If they need something that's much more structured and need some additional options that we don't offer, I would look at IDLA first. After our teacher, then the IDLA, and then the most restricted, the least preferential is those ones that are from the college and university directly. And those are going to be things that are specific to what you have in mind for the future. And that's kind of where we try to help you figure it out, but it is much more on the family and students. Okay, friends, what questions can I answer, and maybe something specific about your guys' situations? I like your shirt, by the way, Sophie. So I know it's hard, Isaac and Eli. Do you guys have any questions? No? Okay.
May I say something, Scott?
Yeah.
It's not the colleges or universities being evil that they won't talk to us or parents. It is that they are following FERPA regulations, and the responsibility of education transfers to the student once you enter college, no matter if you're a minor or not. Now, there are release forms that can be signed, but the student is in control of releasing information to whoever they want to. It's also a time that we want to encourage students to advocate for themselves. So I'm not saying don't get involved, parents. I'm saying use your discretion to decide your involvement. Navigating colleges is a transition and lots of skill there. So I just wanted to kind of clarify the reasoning. They cannot speak to other people. It's all you control the narrative now.
Yeah. And in this, like all things with our school, you're trying to work on a gradual release of responsibility, transferring it to the student, taking on much more of their own responsibility as they move into their senior year. And you're just there to support, be a coach. Sophia, do you have any questions?
Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure what I want to do in the future as far as career or college wise. So should I maybe take dual credit classes that I'm just interested in, or what kind of stuff should I do?
So what our teachers offer are things that if you're going to get a bachelor's degree in the future, our teachers offer ones that almost every degree requires. So it doesn't matter which avenue you take in college, taking our dual credits, the 4s, they're going to put you in good, they're going to move you ahead in the future. So they're not wasted. Now, once you start to get more specialized interests, then it's good to start exploring the IDLA courses because they have a broader thing, but they're much more structured, which is much more like a traditional college class. And then finally, if you start to say, well, I want to do, I've had some kids doing, we help kids get their CNA, or if they want to learn how to weld, we put them in courses in the early college programs at the university. And in fact, next year, one of the things I wanted to let you all know is that next year we have a special partnership, and we're rolling out a small business technology certificate with ISU. And it's about 16 college credits, which it gets you around 4 or 5 high school credits. Most of them are elective, except we have one of the credits you are going to earn if you're in the student leadership team. It's called nope. Let me look at the name. Professional Leadership Development. You'll get that credit being in part of SALT, and then also we'll be offering a course called Successful Workplace Communications with one of our teachers. But then there's, I think, 4 other courses about how to run a business on your own. And you could get a certificate from ISU if you complete all those credits with us. So that's another avenue, but that's part of the early college program where we do a lot more assisting, and some of the courses are available with us, but it ends in a certificate, which could build into an associate's degree, which could build into a bachelor's degree if you want to. A lot of kids are interested in entrepreneurial stuff, so it gives you some accounting things to run your own business. It also gives you some ideas on how to manage a small business, how to make a brand for your small business, some applied business principles, and then like introduction to entrepreneurship. So it's kind of a cool option. Are there any other questions, Shaylin? And I don't know who TLC is, but I like your initials.
I don't really have any questions. I just wanted to get an intro of to how to's. So.
Yeah.
Good.
The biggest thing here is communication and patience, because there are so many systems at play. Not only do you have our system, you have the college and university system, which is crazy. And then we have to submit for funding from the state. And a lot of times those things don't talk at the same time. And then you throw in a 16-year-old kiddo trying to communicate, and our mentor and our administrative staff trying to put all those pieces in the right row every time. This is why traditional schools force you to do it the way they want to, because then there's no errors. For our classes, just to let you know, on the one that are our teachers in the 4 category, we enroll students at the very beginning of the year, and the information will be in the course, but we do not register them with the university or submit till March. And the reason we do that is that gives the students a long time to decide if they're going to do it. If by March, they haven't decided that they're not making any progress, we are going to drop the student because we don't want them to fail, and then lock up their advanced opportunities for the next year. And that's the way we manage all of our classes. Even if they are only a semester course, we give a year long, and we register at the beginning with us at the beginning of the year, but we don't do college university till second semester, and we don't do advanced opportunity submissions till the second semester either. There are some other courses that require both a first half and a second half to get the credits. It's all complicated. So this is just meant to be an overview. Next year, we'll have another dual credit meeting in the first couple of weeks of school where you get to talk about what's what. Your teachers are going to send out emails saying, now's the time to register. Again, IDLA early college programs are much more complicated. But if there's no other questions, I'll stay on a little bit while. But other than that, we appreciate you guys' time and more information coming. Thank you.
Thanks.